Hi everyone, welcome to Tammy's Creative Cards and Crafts. I'm Tammy and welcome to my channel. Happy Saturday. It's wonderful having you all back to my channel, and it's a beautiful day out today, and I'm just so happy to come on and share a video with you. So, since my birthday, at my birthday, I received a Gemini Junior for a birthday present from my husband and my son. Up until now, I still have not played with it at all. And it's been sitting here, and everything has been in its package, and I have not unwrapped anything. However, I have seen a few people have recently purchased Gemini Juniors, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to learn how to use this machine and then possibly do a video on it, and maybe it might help me learn some stuff and possibly help anybody else that might have recently purchased one on how to do the basics. I am definitely not a professional in using this. It's just what I've learned as far as the basics. So this machine, it is no lightweight. It weighs 14 pounds. And I've been playing around with it for the last hour and a bit. So I've done some things. I learned some do's and don'ts. And it works pretty awesome. So some of the things, of course, you get in the box is the machine, and I received some dies. So you get this little die set here, which is the tag and the little hearts, which are adorable. And you get these more intricate dies, and they say hello and love, and then this beautiful piece on the bottom, the corner ones, and then the like the trim there. So that one's nice. Then also in the box you're going to get, now there's going to be different plates and shims and stuff that you need to use with your Gemini Junior. Now this one is called the embossing, your embossing mat. Okay, so this comes in a package. You'll get that. You'll also get a 3D embossing folder, which is really nice. It has a very nice pattern on it. And I'm also going to show you what it looks like to emboss with a 3D embossing mat. And I pulled out one of my just regular 2D embossing folders so you can actually see the difference. So I'll do one in the 2D and one in the 3D. And just so you not get a shock, we have a couple of house guests and 2 pussy cats. So if you happen to see one jump up behind me up on the shelf or whatever, we have a big 20-pound black cat named Ari, and another big heavyweight named Odie, and he's gray, kind of striped, and he's roaming around here too. And both of them they're very sweet, but they like to jump up on stuff. They're host guests for now. Yeah. My son has called me and said, Mom, he lives in Newfoundland, and he has desperately wanted to get a cat for a while, and his friend was rehoming these 2 cats because their other cat was not getting along with these guys, and so they asked if I would take them until he comes down, and because he's coming down for a month later in September, and he'll be down for a month, and then he's going back to Newfoundland, and these guys are going back with him. So for now, they're staying at Nanny and Grampy's, and for the most part, they're pretty sweet and they're pretty lovable. But you know, they do like to get up on stuff and be little hellions. So back to Gemini Jr. Okay, so we have the embossing mat, the 3D folder, and also this one is called the metal plate. This one is the metal plate. And I'll show you as we're going through where these different ones go and what you use it for. Now, also in here, you're going to get two clear cutting mats. And as you use these, they're going to get scratched up and, you know, from the dyes and stuff like that. I'm not crazy. I wish they stayed, you know, nice and clear and clean, but unfortunately they get scratched up and you just end up replacing them over time. So you get two clear cutting mats. You also are going to get a magnetic shim. And what I like about this, it has like measurements on this side of different, so you can measure your cards. So you can measure like, okay, that's an A2 size, a size for A2 card, 5x7, 6x6. And then on this side, it has like ruler measurements. And all the blocks are measured off by 1 inch. So that's pretty neat. So this is a magnetic shim. And I believe that's all that's in the box. So everything you need is in here. You don't have to buy anything extra. And of course, you have the big machine, which I'm going to turn the camera. And you also, of course, get the book that comes with it as well. So what I'll do is I will turn the camera here so you are able to see the machine. I'm just turning around here because I thought I hear the pussy cats, but give me a second and I will get a good shot of the machine here. Okay, so sorry to make everyone dizzy. I think that's a good shot. I don't know if you need some extra light. There you go. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is up on here. It has a switch on the back that you turn your machine on and off with. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is turn it on, and then you press your power button. Okay, and just read over your booklet. It's good to always read it over when you first get it, but the main power switch is in the back. Then you turn your power switch on the top, and then this one here is pause and resume, and this one here is reverse. So hopefully everybody can see what I'm pointing at. But again, this one reverse, this one is pause and resume, and this one is your power button. Okay, and this is where your where everything goes in. So don't put your hands in there, of course, and don't let little ones play with this. It says, I think it's 14 and over to use this machine. So I will not be letting my granddaughter play with this as well. Okay, so to do the first one, so for thin metal dies, so I need to make a card this afternoon, and I have this 50. The person is turning 50. So we'll use these. So to make, do these thin metal dies, it says that we'll need to use our cutting plate. Okay, so we're going to take our cutting plate and put that one down. Just going to move this one out of the way. So you'll need to put your cutting plate down. And then you need to put your plastic shim. And your plastic shim, I should have put the stuff here beside me so it'll be easier to read, or sorry, reach. The plastic shim is this one right here. Okay, the plastic one. And then you're going to put down your magnetic shim. Okay, which is this one right here. And then you're going to put your dies down. Now your dies, of course, have two sides. One that the sharp ends are on, and one is the smooth ends. And for anybody, of course, if you're well versed on dies and stuff like that, of course, please ignore me when I'm, talking about this, but there is still a lot of people out there that have never used dies before, are new at using dies. So I mean no disrespect by, describing this. It's just for beginners, okay? So on the dies, there is a raised edge. It's a sharper edge. So when you're placing these on your mat here, you're going to have it with the sharp going up, okay? So you want to have your sharp end going up, and because this is your magnetic shim, you can see that those actually stick to your magnetic shim, and they're going to keep those in place so you will not have them moving around, which is fantastic. So now I'm going to use this piece of cardstock that I have, and you're going to just put that right over your dies of wherever your dies are on your magnetic shim. And then the last thing that I need to put over that is my clear cutting plate. Okay, so now what I have is what they call a sandwich. So just like the sandwich that you eat, your clear cutting plates would be your bread, and everything else in between would be your ingredients, and this would be just like a sandwich, and it keeps it all together. So you just hold that together like that. Your machine is already on, and I just want to double check that you can see, okay? And all I'm going to do now is just go over and you just push that in until you can feel it come on, and then you just let it go and let the machine grab it itself, and you just grab the plates from the other side and the machine will turn off. Now, like I said, this is going to happen where it will make a cut on your plates, but over time you just get new plates. And the reason I was saying about making sure that your blades are up is because you don't want to cut into your magnetic shim. But as you can see, these dies cut beautifully, and there was no need to go back and put it through again. They cut out very nice. And there's my 50 that I have for my card. And I can also keep this one and keep that little inside piece. And now I can use that for another card and use that for 50. So you can actually use that twice. So that's your first way of using for your thin metal dies. Now, if you're going to cut a very intricate piece, so a very intricate piece would be something like this. Something that's very close together and has a lot of detail and stuff to it. Now, I just picked out a small little die here, but this is very intricate. I'm not sure if I got that in the camera the first time, but this one here is very intricate piece here. And what I picked out is this leaf here, but it is still very intricate. I'm going to pull the camera back so you can see more. Very intricate, and so we're going to cut this now. So now it's going to be yet a different sandwich. Okay, it's still going to be the clear cutting piece on the bottom, the plastic shim on top, your magnetic shim on top of that. My die is going to go on that, which is going to stick to that, which is fantastic to keep that in place. And then I'm going to grab a piece of paper here. Let's do this one in a pretty orange color for the leaf. Okay, so I'm going to put my orange over that, and then I'm going to take my metal cutting plate, and be very careful of the edges on this, because it even says right on the plate that this can be very sharp, so just be careful when you're holding on to it that you don't cut your fingers. So put that down on top of that. And then the last thing again is your clear cutting plate, and you're going to put that on top of there. And again, here is your sandwich again, and just put that in your machine. You hear it come on, and it will automatically take that through. And it's coming out the other side. Here we go. Now, we take our sandwich off here. Now it looks like it's cut pretty good. Again, you can always keep that and use that for a card. Okay. And now I have a little tool here that I use to poke out, and I can tell right away that this is going to poke out great. This made a fantastic die. Like I said, if you find that you cut out something like this and it didn't, and look at how beautiful that is. If you cut out something like this and it didn't cut through, excuse me, right through, all you would have to do is put it down and run it through again, and just to get a better connection. But that actually turned out beautiful. So there is a beautiful little leaf all ready for a card. And this little poke tool is absolutely perfect too. Okay, so that is, now that one is cutting very intricate dies. Okay, so we've done cutting with the thin metal dies and cutting with the intricate dies. Now the other one is doing embossing with the embossing with dies. Okay, so what you would need for your sandwich is your clear plate on the bottom, and then you're going to need the plastic shim on the bottom, and you see how it gets bowed up. So each time I use it, I'm going to flip it over, and it kind of makes it so it doesn't turn up. And so then I'm going to, this is an embossing die. See it how it has the detail? And so I'm going to put that down with the blade going up. Always with the blade going up on all these cuts. Okay? And then I have a little piece of red cardstock, and then I have my rubber embossing mat, which goes over the top of that, and then my clear embossing folder. Okay, so there is my sandwich in this one. So the clear embossing or clear cutting plate, the plastic shim, the die, the cardstock, the rubber embossing mat, and the clear cutting plate. And this is going to give us the embossed look. You're going to get an embossed look from one of your dies. So as I turn this over, there you can see, hopefully you can see that with the light, you can see that that is a beautiful embossed leaf on there. Okay, so now what we want to do is I would like to cut that out. So I want to go back to what we did before, and we would want to use this how we cut out the thin metal dies. So we'd go to the clear cutting plate, the plastic shim. We would put down our magnetic shim. We're going to put down our die. And then we're going to make sure, I just want to line this up. So this is going to, now you can line that up on the back so that lines up perfectly. Okay, and then lay your paper down. And then I'm going to put my clear sandwich over that and put that through. And that should cut out my little embossed leaf. Here we go. And there is my sweet little embossed leaf that is all cut out now that I can use for something. And there is my die that I did. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the embossing folders. So I'll show you what it looks like with a 2D, because I have a 2D and a 3D embossing folder. So what I have here, let's wait a sec here, find my paper. I got two pieces of card. I just want to show you something because it's really cute. Somebody is watching me over here. If you can see her over there, she's over there watching. So we have an audience. She's being good right now. So what I'm going to show you is the 2D embossing folder first. So this is one of your regular embossing folders, okay? So you're just going to put your embossing folder over like that. So almost over like a sleeve. Put it right over the front of your cardstock. You still have the back there, okay? You put your clear cutting plate on the bottom, your embossing folder with your cardstock in there. I'm sorry for the noise, but there's a plane going by. And your clear cutting plate on the top. That's it. And you're going to put that through. Now this is for your 2D embossing folder. Because your 3D one is completely different. Because your 3D one is very thick. And there is how beautiful your embossing folder comes out. And it looks beautiful on the front of a card. You could decorate that up. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the 3D one. Now on the bottom, you're going to put your 3D, you're going to put your clear cutting plate, your plastic shim on the bottom. You're going to put, oh sorry, just give me 1 second there. Sorry. I mixed that up. You're going to put your clear cutting plate, your magnetic shim, not your plastic shim, your magnetic shim, and your 3D embossing folder. See, I always said if I'm going to make mistakes, I'm going to do it right in front of you. So, okay, your 3D embossing folder goes right over the top like this. Okay, so just fit that on there. So there's your 3D embossing folder. Put that down on top of your magnetic shim. And then you have your plastic shim, your plastic one, not your clear one. You're going to use your plastic one this time because it's a little softer. And you're going to put that through as your sandwich. So this one is different. Now the 2D one, you used your clear one, your cardstock with your embossing folder, and your clear one. When you're using your 3D one, you're going to use your clear one, your magnetic shim, your cardstock and embossing and 3D embossing folder with your plastic shim. Okay? This one I had to do a couple of times to figure out because it would not go through my machine and I had to back it up. Okay, so here we go. As you can see, it, you know, it's a lot going through, but it does take it through, and you'll see what a beautiful job it does in the end. Okay. And here is the beautiful job of this 3D embossing folder. You can see inside. Gorgeous look of that. Okay. So that is the 3D embossing folder, and actually, again, my mistake, but I had the turned around, so the so the it went in. However, it still looks nice going in like that. With the when you open up the card, you have the 3D coming out, but it should have been turned around and had the writing on the front, and then that way, all I have to do is just turn my card around like this, and now my 3D is on the front, and my thing is on the other side. So that's the trick there. If by chance you did it on the wrong side, just flip your card around, and nobody will ever know, except you who's watching the video. So, so those are the basic cuts that you can do with the machine. There's one other one. It's a deep multimedia cut, and that one is done if you are wanting to cut several pieces of cardstock at once. So if, oh, well, we can do one. So it's you put your clear, let me just move all this orange out of the way. Okay, so you put your clear one down, and you're going to put your plastic shim down. Okay, and then you're going to put whatever die you're going to use. So let's use this beautiful little leaf there. And then you're going to put various colors of, or various pieces of cardstock. So I'm just grabbing a few different colors here that I can incorporate in here. Put some in here all together. Let's get a few different colors. And 1 second, so we can have some different colors to go through. So what I'll do is I'll take 4 colors. We'll take 4 colors. We'll put that down. And then I'm going to put my clear cutting plate on top of this. Okay. And that is the sandwich for deep multimedia dies. So apparently, now I have not done this cut yet, but apparently this will cut up to 6 pieces of fabric, of thin fabric. So let's just see how many pieces of cardstock it's going to cut. Like I said, this is the first time I tried this, so we can always put it through more than once. And I don't quite see the cut there on the front, so let's put it through again. So I think it only went through 2 pieces. So I think this is best for, if I think they were talking about best if it was fabric. And oh, pardon me. This is, as like I said, I'm learning as well as I'm trying to show you. It says deep multimedia dies are manufactured deeper than traditional thin metal dies, which allow you to cut a variety of different materials for your multimedia projects. Because they are a little deeper, you will need to alter the plate configuration to accommodate for this. Now, I don't know if you can use the big dies in these. I'm pretty sure, I don't know. I'll have to check on that because the opening is not that big. So, however, I did get 2 cute little leaves out of this, which is going to be gorgeous on a fall card. And it did cut through 2, so that was awesome. So I hope I showed something helpful, and I know I'm going to enjoy using this new toy, and I know it'll be fun to play around with it. Just let me move this camera here. There's Tucker. There's everyone. So yeah, so I hope that everybody learned something, and like I said, I'm learning as you guys are learning, and if I showed you anything helpful, that's fantastic. Let me know in the comments. If you are not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. And I would love to have you part of my channel. It'd be fantastic. I hope that everybody's enjoying their sunny weekend. I hope it's sunny where you are, and you're having a fantastic weekend. Prayers to everyone who is in need of them, I'm sending love and hugs to everyone out there. Let me know if this was helpful to you. If you have a Gemini Junior, like I said, I know a couple of friends who have recently got one, and I know myself, I hated cranking that big shot, although I mean I love my big shot and I'm still going to keep it, but I just love this, that it's just so much easier for me, and especially if I have a lot of pieces to do and that, I really love this machine. So anyways, I'm going to leave it there. I don't want the video to get too long. You guys all have a fantastic day. Please subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button and share with a friend. And I'll be back on real soon. God bless to you all. And talk to you later. Bye-bye.